Hello students, I'm creating a video for you to help you with your grammar assignment this week. We've continued to classify sentences using the question and answer flow that we've been learning, and we are adding a few things to our sentences this week, and we practiced that in class, but I'm going to make this so you can see and look back for help. So our Chapter 3 introductory sentences are at the top here, and I've asked you to do all your introductory sentences and down here at the bottom, the practice sentences. So I'm going to do some of the introductory sentences for you. And remember that you should have in your helper section of your binder the handouts that have been attached in previous weeks that are for grammar. They're your helpers. And then also I handed some out in class, but they're also there for you to print out yourself. For this week, for Chapter 3, we have, this was given last week, and it gives some definitions of what the adverb exception is. Use a pencil. Or natural in an inverted order, what that means. And it gives you an example, and I want you to see this, of the question and answer flow. Let's come over here. Sorry about that. Okay, the question and answer flow. If you read this, it has the sentence right here. Today, the band members worked very hard on the competition music. And then it tells you in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. It says like a script of how you would say, what you would say rather, as you're classifying the sentence. So you can look at this to kind of have a reference and to check. This is an example. I'm going to do some for you that we're following. So let's start with number 1. The floppy-eared spaniel howled mournfully in the dark house. What howled mournfully in the dark house? Spaniel. Subject noun. What is being said about spaniel? Spaniel howled. Verb. Howled how? Mournfully. Adverb. In preposition. In what? House. Object of the preposition. What kind of house? Dark. Adjective. The article adjective. What kind of spaniel? Floppy-eared. Adjective. The article adjective. Subject noun, verb, pattern 1, check. Now remember, we say check because we're checking for the prepositional phrases. So I'm going to go across. In the dark house, prepositional phrase. Period, statement, declarative sentence. Go back to the verb. Divide the complete subject from the complete predicate. Is there an adverb exception? No. Is this sentence in natural or inverted order? Natural, no change. Now remember, an adverb exception just means that there would be an adverb right here before the verb. If it said mournfully howled, that would be an adverb exception because it would be before the verb. And natural and inverted order means natural is all the subject parts are together and then all the predicate parts are together. If some of the predicate was way over here in the subject part, that's called inverted order. So if the word mournfully, which tells us howled, how, if mournfully was at the beginning of the sentence, then that would be inverted order. Okay, let's do the second sentence. The intense runners anxiously raced forward at the sound of the gun. Who anxiously raced forward at the sound of the gun? Runners. Subject noun. What is being said about runners? Runners raced. Verb. Raced how? Anxiously. Adverb. Raced where? Forward. Adverb. At, preposition. At what? Sound. Object of the preposition. The article adjective. Of, preposition. Of what? Gun. Object of the preposition. The article adjective. What kind of runners? Intense. Adjective. The article adjective. Subject, noun, verb, pattern 1, check. Let's check for those prepositional phrases. At the sound, prepositional phrase. Of the gun, prepositional phrase. Period, statement, declarative sentence. Go back to the verb. Divide the complete subject from the complete predicate. Is there an adverb exception? Yes, there is. I have an adverb in front of the verb, so I need to erase my line. And I'm going to move it to right here to divide my complete subject from my complete predicate. Is this sentence in inverted or natural order? This is natural. We don't have any of the predicate parts in the subject, so it's natural. So this is how we would label that sentence. Remember that for prepositional phrases, the way you know you have a preposition and a prepositional phrase is you come across one of the prepositions and you think to yourself, is there a noun that it's connecting to? And we do. We have a noun here that it's connecting there, and that makes it the object of the preposition. Over here, we have a preposition, and it's followed by a noun that it's connected to. And how do we know what our prepositions are? Well, we have to memorize them. And that's why I gave you this week the jingle page for your prepositions. It looks like this, okay, on one side. This was one-sided. Okay, these are songs that tell us about prepositions. This is a song that tells us about the object. This is the prepositional phrase jingle, but really, we really only care about this one right here. This is what I want you to practice saying. And we will have a quiz over just the prepositions that start with an A and a B on Monday. So I'm going to save this jingle right now for you. And it really will help you. If you memorize this jingle, it'll help you to remember all of your prepositions, okay? Preposition, starting with an A, aboard, about, above, across, after, against, along, among, around, at. Preposition, starting with a B, before, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, beyond, but, by. Preposition, starting with a D, down, during. Preposition, don't go away, go to the middle and see what we say. E, F, I, and L, N, O. Except for from, in, inside, and to, like, near, of, off, on, out, outside, over. Preposition, almost through, start with P and end with W. Past tense through, throughout, to, toward, under, underneath, until, up, upon, with, within, without. Preposition, easy as can be. We're all finished, and aren't you pleased? We've just recited all 49 of these. Okay, kind of a silly little song, but it really will help you if you practice that and sing it. So hopefully this video helps you a little bit. Be sure on Google Classroom, if you have questions, to post there, reach out to each other, help one another. As much as I can, I will try to help you guys. Y'all have a good weekend.